Hey everybody, today I want to show you how to make this Berserk inspired necklace resembling Griffith's Crimson Behelit, also known as the Egg of the King. I start with some air dry clay and I try to give it the shape of a small egg, leaving the top flat. I let it dry overnight. I file the egg to make it smoother. For the nose, I take a small amount of clay and I use water to stick it on the egg. With a dotting tool, I make the nostrils and I remove some of the excess clay. I file the entire nose area. To make the eyeball, I roll some clay into a small ball. I shape it on the egg and then I cut 2 strips of clay to make the eyelids. I do the same for the other eye. For the mouth, I'm sculpting the lips separately. I position the lower lip a little lower than I want it to be in the end, so it won't overlap the upper lip as I shape it. I let it dry and I file the lips and eyes as well. I paint it with a coat of red acrylic paint and a very watery coat of black. But as you can see, the eyes have been shrinking as the clay dried, so I ended up remaking the eyes, using the same technique, just making them bigger. So you should keep this in mind, air dry clay might shrink when it dries. With red, crimson and black acrylic paint, I add more highlights and shadows. I mix some red, blue and white acrylic paint to obtain a more purpley red, if that makes any sense anyway, and I paint it on the lips to make them a little different from the rest of the egg. I'm using colored pencils to sketch the eyes. For starters, I was trying with sky blue, green and white to paint the eyes. And some black and a dotting tool to make the pupil. I add a thick coat of Glossy Varnish to make the eyes seem wet and alive. To make the veil, I'm using black clay just to make it easier to paint on it later. I roll the clay and I cut a small piece. I push a jump ring through the clay and I cover the hole with more clay. I remove it from the egg and I add some glue to make it more secure. To make the little feet of the veil, I roll thin snakes of clay and I cut the tips. I shape them and blend them on the egg with a dotting tool. I paint it with gold acrylic paint after it dries. Add a thin layer of nail base coat on the lips to make them just a little bit glossy. As I think the eyes turned out a little too dark and intense colored, I mixed some more white with just a little bit of sky blue to make them a little lighter, adding another coat of varnish at the end. Now to actually turn it into a necklace, I put a jump ring through the Behelit's bail. I use this brown braided cord, but you can use leather or any type of cord or string you want. I wish I had leather, but that's all I could find. Now you can just tie a knot, but I want to make it into a functional necklace, so I'm twisting a piece of wire on each end, making it really tight around the cord. I make a loop on one end, and to the other one, I add the jewelry lobster claw clasp. And that's it. Now you can add the crimson Behelit to your collection of evil artifacts. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe for more, then I'll see you next time. Bye!